All right, this is an exciting topic. Part of the American dream is the entrepreneurial spirit. Nobody better to come in here and talk about it than author, top women's entrepreneur, the queen of business law, Kelly Bagla. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Craig. Thanks for having me.
So no shortage of things to talk about. It's all in a space that I really love, especially when we talk about the American dream. You came from a legal background, corporate attorney, but you had your own entrepreneurial spirit that kind of took you out into that world, and now you help empower others to do it. So real quick, share your story.
Well, the very first attorney position I ever had was with one of the top international law firms in the world. And I really got to learn sort of how transactions are done. I got to work with a lot of business owners. And as you said, very quickly, I realized I had an entrepreneurial spirit to myself. So I decided to go out and open my own firm. And I see this over and over again with business owners. They are so focused on running their business and they completely forget about the legal side.
Protecting it.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. Could you imagine for a second, Craig, that you've owned a business for 5 years and you have a family that you're supporting, you have a roof over their heads, and all of a sudden you get sued. Not only do you lose your business, but you also lose the home, and you're putting your family at risk. So if you are running a business, I cannot stress enough, make sure that you are legaled up. Make sure that you know the legal ins and outs of actually how to run a business and stay protected.
When you made your journey from that corporate attorney to being a business owner, I've always kind of looked at attorneys as very intelligent, spend a lot of money on school, do a lot of studying, got to pass all these tests. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they really teach you this marketing and creating your own business, but you kind of blazed your own trail. So what you're teaching people is something that you've actually done.
Absolutely. Law school does not prepare you for the real world. Not at all, no. And so I had to sort of learn the hard way, but now I'm teaching my business owners and clients sort of how to maneuver and not learn the hard way.
So tell us about your book, Go Legal Yourself. So
yes.
This is your book. I also have an amazing article written about you here, calling you the queen of business law. So tell us about everything that's in your book and what your teachings are.
Well, the title, Queen of Business Law, was given to me affectionately by my clients. This is what I do day in, day out. I help business owners protect their hard work. And over and over again, I saw the same mistakes being made by business owners. So I thought it was time to set the record straight.
What are some mistakes? Give us some examples. A lot of people could learn from this.
Well, one huge mistake in particular is where they think that they are doing business and they're protected, either because they've filed a fictitious business name, but that doesn't protect you at all, or they feel like they have a separate bank account and they are a solopreneur, but they're not even incorporated. So if you're in business and not incorporated, you are open for risk.
So in other words, and I know a little bit about this stuff, I'm a CEO of a company, I'm an entrepreneur since I was mowing lawns at age 10. If you don't have the right protections, a lawsuit can happen, and it can even pierce that corporate veil if you're not set up the right way. So can you give us some examples of things that you've seen where someone specifically wasn't protected?
Absolutely. One thing in particular is, and I've seen this mistake happen over and over again, where business owners will try to save money on legal and they go out and they incorporate themselves. Now they think that they're incorporated. A couple of years down the road, they get sued. They say, you can't touch our personal assets because I'm incorporated. That's the act of incorporating itself does not protect your personal assets. You need to follow corporate compliance. If you're a corporation, you need to have your annual minutes. No one knows this. As business owners don't know what that is. When I talk to them about it, they have this glazed look on their face.
Well, you know that most business starts because of a passion, right? Someone is doing something they enjoy, they're passionate. They're not thinking about all the legal stuff. They're thinking about the good and service that they're really proud to provide. Mm-hmm. There's some point in time when maybe they're making enough money where you start to have these realistic conversations about where are we going, and are we protected? The corporation obviously can protect you, but can you give us an example of someone who's been sued and where it got through and they just were set up improperly?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, it was a client up in the Bay Area. So they have been in business for about 8 years now, and they own gas stations throughout the Bay Area. there was some nuisance on one of the particular gas stations, and so the homeowners decided to sue. They didn't only sue the corporation, but the attorney on the other side quickly found out that there were no corporate documents in place whatsoever. There was no annual minutes. Directors' minutes were never taken. There wasn't even a board of directors. So the owners got sued personally, and they lost up to a couple of $1 million each.
Wow. Well, the advice I'd want to give to you in our audience here today, especially if you're getting started, don't take shortcuts on this stuff. I know that the online world can make things really easy for you, but that's the worst thing you can do. You got to make sure you go about things the right way. Sometimes the longer way, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But if you're really passionate about your business and helping people, you got to make sure you protect yourself along the way. Kelly Bagla, go legal yourself, the queen of business law. Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.